Hi folks, I'm the Two Guys to Ride. Today Rob and I are down here at the Northwest Sports Show at the Minneapolis Convention Center. We're here with Dave from Dan's Southside Marine. Tell me what we're standing on.
We're standing on a Premier Solaris 250 REV.
Okay, so 25 feet long?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and let's just start in the front here with the flooring. What do you have for flooring?
So this is a vinyl flooring. It's a teak vinyl flooring is what they call it. Super durable. We've been down here all week. This thing, I don't know, there's been countless people on this.
I'm sure.
And look at it right now. I mean, you don't see much dirt at all on that.
Hides it well, and I'm sure it's easy to clean.
It is very easy to clean. Pressure wash. You can just go out with your leaf blower most of the time and get it off.
Okay, and it dries quickly.
It doesn't get wet. It's rubber.
Wow. Okay, well, then you don't have to worry about that at all. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So underneath on this side, we have typical storage.
Correct. And I'm going to show you this. So first of all, everything comes up and out. Most pontoons, when you do this, you're either picking up from this way or you're picking up from this way. All right? You're fighting the top of that. Yep. You never have to fight the top on this. It comes over. You have access to everything.
And it's not, and this is so much nicer. It's lower.
Exactly. The other thing I want you to notice is right here, it's hard to see with the fabric coming over here, but this is all drainable. That's a gutter that goes out. There's another one right here, a gutter. So when water falls on here, it gutters into everywhere and it gets out. So you don't get wet in here. And if water did get in, we actually have that thought out too. There's holes down in the bottom of that gets the water out of there. Okay. Premier doesn't miss a beat.
That's nice because water does get in those areas when you don't have a drain.
Exactly. Then it stays in there. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And it stinks.
Yes, it does. I've cleaned mine out several times. And then this one just pulls out from this side.
Always lift up and then out. And that does the same thing. And there you can see those gutters even better. That's what they look like. They're scalloped and they go out over the edge.
Huh.
A couple things also about this. I don't know if you feel this vinyl, guys, but this isn't just a standard vinyl.
No, that feels very nice.
Yeah, behind that, most vinyls, they have two pieces, all right? You have a piece of vinyl, and then you have a piece of cotton behind it. And the cotton is what fights you when you go to sit down. Behind this, there's an expanding. It's like elastic. So when you sit, it moves with you, and you leave, it comes back. Huh. And you're never fighting the vinyl on this.
Little details that you don't see, but you feel.
Exactly right.
Nice. All right, now over on this side, wow.
Yeah.
This is a neat idea because I've seen changing stations on pontoons, but they're always located either at the back or
they're stuck up in the side over here.
Stuck up here, and you've got another 2 or 3 foot piece sticking out. So
yes, sir.
This one underneath here is that change station.
Yep.
As this is such a great
hard pull. There you go.
Great placement. Oh, I see why. Yeah, you've got this now. This then just pulls out.
Yes, sir. Give it a hard pull. There you are. It pops up.
Look at that.
Look at the space. Most of these, when you get it, you have that tiny little deal. You're working at about the space this big.
Yeah.
Right? You're not working on that big. You double your space for room in there.
Oh, easily. It just zips closed. Wow, what a nice...
So there's actually even a little mirror inside there. If you were to open that up or lift up under there. Here, push it down.
Yeah, push it down.
There you go, right there.
Wow, what a nice, clever placement. And this boat has several very clever features on it. Yes, sir. That is one of them. Okay, I'll let you put that back down.
There we go. We just let her down, and she sits right back in there.
Look at that. All right, we've obviously got a sound system on here. We're seeing speakers.
Yep. These speakers also have RGB lighting, so they light up. You have a control for that over on the cockpit over here.
Okay.
That's a big subwoofer. This is an amplified system. It comes standard on this boat. It's not an upgrade at all, but it's a top of the line.
Okay.
So very excellent system in this.
And then
phone cubby
holes.
Yep.
So tell us why you got all these cubbies, because they're all over the boat.
Well,
why?
Everybody comes on your boat now. Everybody has a cell phone.
Yep.
You're sitting out, and most of the time we're in the sun, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what happens to your cell phone when you leave it out on a hot day? It bakes and it shuts off. Yep. You don't have access to it. These are places to put your phone so they're not cooking in the sun. We've got one here. We've got two over there. There's one there. There's one there. There's another one over at the cockpit. So it's set up for tech all the way around.
All the way.
All the way.
We'll see more evidence of that. Now, underneath here, storage?
Third tube storage, yes, sir. And that's about 6 feet of storage underneath there. The whole cover's in there right now and all the poles, but you've got plenty.
Which is a lot, because the cover for this thing isn't small.
It's big. It's a 25-foot boat.
I like when they use that center tri-toon. It protects everything, gives you nice deep storage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, coming along here, we've got another...
We got storage up under here.
We got more storage under here.
This is a garbage can. Now, we have it full of all the stuff we're hiding from people on here, but this is where you put your garbage when you're on the boat. Put a plastic bag in there, take it out when you leave.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Built right in.
Built right in.
You always need one, and you never have one.
Exactly. Let's give her a push. There you go.
Okay, now back here we've got, I would believe, just access probably to the electronics.
No, that's just a little spot for a
storage.
purse. It's storage for a purse, something to get it out of the way. Just keep it out so it's not being stepped on by everybody else.
Nice.
Little cubbies there for anything you want to put there. Yep.
Okay, we've got a little bit of lighting. We've got about 4-inch raised driver's compartment here.
Yep, we got a raised console on this right here. The cockpit, obviously a real high back chair that's in here right now. We're running digital throttle and shift on this. Everything is fly-by-wire. All right, we have an engine control console right down there, but it also is interfaced with this SIMRAD right here. So you can get any sort of information you want off that motor visually right in front of your face. It's also GPS, sonar, down imaging, side imaging. So you've got everything you need built right in there. The cup holder up to your right is refrigerated. You hit that little snowflake button and your beer stays cold all day long. You'll notice it's a very sleek console on here. We kind of went with automotive styling. You've got 2 USB ports sitting right here. You also got a 12-volt right there. All of your buttons are simple push buttons. Very, very simple on this. This is a phone charger. You put your phone inside there.
Wireless charging.
Yep, wireless charger. Not only does it keep it there, but it's charging it while you're there. Once again, the JL audio, that runs the stereo that we were talking about there. It is amplified stereo.
And that has, I believe, AM, FM, and Sirius XM and Bluetooth.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Tilt wheel, obviously, that's just going to go up and down. Get it? You want to drive it like a school bus? You got it like a school bus.
The I like this material. This is just more vinyl here.
Yeah, it's a vinyl. It's a woven vinyl, and it really gives it a sleek look, and it's a good feel. I mean, it looks like
and it's non-reflective.
Yeah, that's the key. Most of these consoles, when you go sit in them, they shine back at you.
Anything shiny is going to reflect. Whereas this, you've got a little different black color here. You've got a little different here.
Yeah, there's a lot of texture.
I like the little built-in shade.
Yep.
Right there for the SIMRAD. And, I mean, it's going to be nice. And if you're not used to digital gauges on your boats, so in case you're wondering, this stuff is pretty much, foul-proof.
Yeah, it's just touchscreen. It's just like working on an iPad.
And you can get it wet.
Yes.
And it will still function normally.
It'll still function
normal. Which is the amazing thing. So if you're trying to I don't want something that big on my boat or electronic screen, trust me, they work great. And you'll see them on boats. I mean, that's almost what everyone is going to.
Yes, that's the way it's going right now.
Especially with the new electronics and the new motors.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right. Electronic bimini tap. This goes up and down via a button. Right now we don't have it hooked up, but that is how it goes. Okay. Seats, super tall back. I don't know if you sit in that, but it's a very, very comfortable seat. A lot of lumbar support and a lot of height, which a lot of people really like. It does recline forward, backward, spins. Same with the captain's seat over here.
Okay.
Here we have a little mini tech setter over here. You can see that. 2 USB ports in there. Once again, a place to put phones up and out of the way. If we have the bimini top up and it's have shade, we can put our phones on the top here and run our wires out of there. We also have the phone cubbies on each side of this. And we've got a handy dandy drink holder in there too.
Right there as well.
God forbid we're not libated.
Now, this brings us to the next portion.
Yeah, this is the coup de grace.
Yes.
So this is why they call it a rev. This does a revolution. So right here we have a real nice U-shaped seating area right here. And if we were going down the road, that's the way we're probably going to be facing. But we can spin the entire mechanism to go over like that right there. Now we have a ladder over there on the side that'll flip out so you can swim right on the side of your boat. You're going to sit, we're going to swim off of this way. But maybe we're going to be pulling some tubers or something, and we want to look this way. Now we push it back to that way.
Oh,
we can swim off the back of the boat, we can swim off the side of the boat, or we can be part of the boat.
And go ahead,
the table goes telescopes up and down. So if we want to, we can telescope that table all the way down. We have a filler cushion. This could be one big bed on the back of the boat.
Man. Now, in addition to that, I mean, all the electronics continue here.
Yes, they do. All your cup holders have USB ports over inside there, so you can be charging. Dual on each side. Over there, your speakers are a part of this too, so if we're facing back this way, it's not like we're missing the music. The music is pumped right in where you are here. And there's still plenty of deck on the back to stand up, swim, fish, play, whatever we're going to do back there as well.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the only boat I've ever seen with a rotating back deck.
Yeah.
Next you need the helo pad. Jeez, that is just really cool, though. I mean,
it is.
Because when you look at it, when you approach it, you look at it and say, "Wow, that's a long hallway."
Yeah.
They could have made better use of the space, but then when you realize that it turns, you're like, "Oh,
yeah,
I get it completely."
Exactly.
So it'll rotate now. It will not rotate
360
that direction
because we have wiring up underneath there. We have to count for that. So it'll do this way, and then it's got to come back. Yep.
And then you can lock it in place just by stepping that pedal.
Yes, you can. You can lock it in place. So now we've taken the mechanism out of that right now for this show because it's being used so many times.
Right.
So right now it can just spin free. Normally it will lock in on a quarter turn every time.
Okay. All right. Just automatically click.
Yep. It clicks. It stops on its own.
Okay. Now on the back here there is a red dial.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
That is electric shutoff. So if you've ever owned a pontoon, especially one with all this electronic, you run the risk of a draw. All right, someone hits a button on, it's sunny. We don't know we've got an interior light on because you can't see. It's so bright out, right? This solves the problem of coming to your boat and having a dead battery. Yep. Pop that over, boom, off. Every time you leave the boat, it's off. You're going to come back on the boat, you turn it, and it's on.
That's nice to have that accessible like that. All right, that brings us to the back of the boat here.
Yes, sir.
So, in addition to the large deck that we talked about, because there's an ample room to stand here.
Oh, tons of room.
So nice swimming platform, diving platform, just really nice.
Ricochet ladder. The ladder.
Yeah.
So that ladder, when it goes down, you don't ever have to pull it back up. You just take off and it comes up on its own. It's spring loaded.
It's spring loaded.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now that's the first time I've heard of that.
Yeah. No, it's called a ricochet ladder. So you push it down, and when you go to, you don't have to forget it. Half the time you go, you forget the ladder.
Yeah, I know.
There'll be a rooster tail. Someone's got to go back and get it. This one doesn't do that. You just leave it down, and it comes up on its own.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Telescopes down.
Man, have they ever thought of a lot of things on this boat. Now, what size is the Suzuki motor?
That's a 250 Suzuki.
Okay.
Great power head for this. You're going to be, depending how you get loaded, you're going to be, you'll be in the 40-mile-an-hour range, somewhere right in that, which is plenty fast on this. It's got a 36-inch PTX, so it's a performance hull. Okay. You can turn this thing on a dime. You can bank it. You can do whatever you want. I mean, this is a performance hull on this.
This is going to act like a speedboat.
Exactly right. Remember, you have the digital throttle, so it's very responsive as far as that goes. And we're running a hydraulic steering system that's second to none. It's the best hydraulic steering system on the market.
Yeah, and it makes it so much easier to turn in, and you don't get that little kickback from the throttle or anything.
No,
so
yeah, you don't feel that torque.
All right, so let's actually hop down and take a look at the tri-toons and some of the outside of the boat.
Now back here, you're going to notice. All right, this is called a 36-inch PTX. So the piece in the middle is 36 inches wide. You run two 25-inch logs over on each side with built-in strakes.
Yep.
This is a performance hull. This boat jumps up on top. It does not plow water. It stays on top of the water. And like I said, with this much power, we can turn it and bank, and you can physically bank it out of the water like this. So this does not drive like a school bus. It drives like a sports car.
Like you would think of a pontoon.
Exactly right. Okay? Yeah, you would not. It does not drive like that at all. So,
man, that is just incredible. Now, you're if you had the for the Lawrence or for the
we don't have the transducer would be coming off of that block.
That's right. Okay, so I'll be asking. So obviously the transducer is not hooked up, but this is where it would.
That's where it would come. Yeah. We actually hid that. We have it ran. It's just we didn't put it all the way down.
Yep. Okay, it's there. Now coming around this side,
yes, sir.
You've got this unique. Well, it's colored black.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's an applique.
Vantage Garden Wrap is what we call that. It's a 3M product we put on the side to protect the tunes. All right, very, very durable. You can beat on the stuff. It will protect the tunes for the life of the boat.
So when you pull up next to something, you always see those pontoons, little scrapes and dings.
Yep. Okay. That's not happening on this. It takes an awful lot to gouge this product. It can be gouged, but it would take a lot to do it. But it protects your tune. The tune
So-
will not be
So your
gouged.
normal docking and stuff.
Yep, it's
not
worth
gonna
its
hurt
weight
it.
in gold as far as that goes.
That's the first time I've ever seen protection on the side like that.
And one other thing that Premier does different than everybody else, if you feel under this right here, do you feel that channel?
Yeah.
This is where the cover goes. There's no snaps, all right? You don't use snaps. They have a J-hook cover that clips in there. There's rubber hooks that go up underneath there, so you don't have to fart around with snaps the whole time you're on this boat.
It just clips in.
Yeah, it clips in.
Wow. That is nice. And you never have to worry about snap wearing out after
or
a
popping
while.
off or any of that. Exactly right. It's rubber, and the rubber has no memory. It just goes right back in every time.
Wow. Okay, now in the front, you've also got, I don't know if that's another 3M product, but right across the nose of the pontoons.
That
got
right there,
some
that's just an extra protection that these guys put on there. The other thing they do is they run their whole deck over those. A lot of pontoon manufacturers, you're going to see these coming out of here.
Right.
Yep, and these guys don't do that. That's just a recipe for disaster, right? If it's always hanging out, you're going to hit that eventually on something.
Yeah.
So why have it? The other cool thing they do is they integrate their lights into these corner caps. So they have these heavy stainless corner caps, and everything's integrated.
Heavy. I mean, they're thick. Oh
and it's underneath. Once again, nothing to break off. You have a light up here, you have a light over here. There's a risk. There's no risk there. It can't be hit.
So you've got dual
you've got docking
LED
lights,
docking lights,
and
then your nav lights.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And you can really see the overhung part here from the front, where you have to kind of bend down to see.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And you do have 3 openings on the end, one opening on the end of each of the tri-toons to anchor into to an island or a beach or something. Throw an anchor rope through there or something. So that's always nice to have that, along with the tie-off cleats.
Yep. We got the cleats up on the edge
there. But man, I'll tell you what, Dave, what a boat!
I tell you, I'd love to have it.
Oh, you and me both. So I have just a couple of other questions.
Yes,
Why don't
sir.
you come stand like this right there? Yeah.
Okay.
So what is a warranty on this boat?
That's one of the nice things about Premier. So basically, from the wood underneath that vinyl all the way down, it's a lifetime warranty on everything on this boat. Everything above that is 10 years.
Okay. So speaking of the wood underneath, I'm assuming that's marine grade plywood.
Yes, sir.
Which lasts. Well, mine's lasted forever.
Yeah.
It doesn't show any signs of
No.
going anywhere anytime soon. Okay. Second thing is, what would the price be on something like this? And what does it include? Does it include the motor, the trailer, nothing, just the boat?
Everything the way you saw it right here, no trailer, with the motor.
Right.
Everything we have is $87,000 and change.
All right. Well,
So-
the motor is a huge part of that expense.
Yes,
That-
very
those
25
are-
grand of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, at least.
Exactly.
Okay. And then availability. If I were to order, through Dan's,
You could have
Southside
this
Marine.
one. If you ordered one today, it would be a Christmas present.
Okay. So not all that bad.
Could be worse. You'd have it for next year if you ordered. I have one left in stock, and it's that one.
Okay.
Every other one we have sold for the year.
Right. So so you're talking about a year's wait time if you want to order it,
You
which
can have
is pretty typical right
for
now
this
for the
this market.
industry. Yep.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yep. So, Dave, thank you so much for taking us through this beautiful, beautiful Premier pontoon. I love the technology that's gone in here, because it's not always easy to find a pontoon that has all that modern tech, all the phone stuff. That is just really neat. And the rotating platform, that tops the cake.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking us through this.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.